Well, this is the year we celebrate the Queen's 70 years of service as Platinum Jubilee, but with the news that she's missing tomorrow's state opening of Parliament, there are concerns about her health. And I hope, as I said at the start of the show, that she makes a big recovery in time for those celebrations. But it does raise the question, of course, of life after the Queen and indeed the future of the monarchy. And joining me now is the Conservative columnist and daughter of US politician John McCain, Meghan McCain. And here in the studio, Vanity Fair Royal Editor Katie Nicholl. Well, welcome to both of you. Katie, let me start with you. This is a worrying time, I think, for anyone like me, you. We've been in this country our entire lives with one monarch, and her health is clearly not good.
It's not good. How surprised should we be, given that she's 96? We know she's had a spate of ill health. I don't think anyone really knows quite what the matter is. I mean, we are told that there are problems with her mobility, OK, and it's episodic. So I understand some mornings she wakes up and she's all right. Other mornings she wakes up and she literally can't move.
We have to consider life after the Queen at some stage.
Of course we do, of course.
What is the future of the monarchy as far as you're concerned?
Well, I think we're going to get a pretty good view of it tomorrow, Piers, because you're going to see Prince Charles, the longest-serving Prince of Wales, representing the Queen, delivering the Queen's speech. Her throne will be empty, but he will fill that throne one day, and you're going to see him flanked by Queen Camilla, as we now know she's going to be, his eldest son and heir, the next Prince of Wales. So I think this is almost a bit of a projection into the future. I think it's going to be very significant.
Let's bring in Meghan McCain. Meghan, I know you've been pretty scathing about the whole idea, the concept of a monarchy. Why?
I'm an American. You know, I celebrate the 4th of July, and it's sort of a foreign concept for most Americans. That being said, as cheesy as it may seem, The Queen, The Crown, the show that was on Netflix, was a huge hit here, and I think sort of gave a lot of Americans a better understanding of why she is so beloved and why, as the longest-serving monarch in your history, why she should be respected. And I think it's made a lot of Americans very territorial of her as well. And she really has become a cult figure in the past few years since the popularity of that show, unlike anything I'd seen before.
I mean, in terms of the reality of a monarchy, really, it's just a figurehead thing for the country. They pay for themselves, they make more money from tourism than they cost. And in the Queen, we've had this remarkable rock of stability for 70 years, whereas in America, of course, you chop and change presidents, and sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you don't. I mean, do you understand why we find it quite comforting to have this kind of enduring figurehead?
Sure. I mean, I think also what has been interesting is to sort of see the modernizing of the monarchy. And again, I don't follow this as closely as people who live in the UK, but I do know that William and Kate had a rocky tour recently where, the head prime minister in Jamaica had many things to say about not wanting to be under the monarchy anymore. And I think it'll be interesting, as Katie said, to see how this modernizes. I'm really American. I'm like hardcore 4th of July, like love my guns American. So I don't think I'm ever going to be like,
you look at me basically,
monarchy,
and you see King George III reincarnated when you look at me and hear this accent, right? Let's be honest.
Yes, I just hear the cast of Hamilton singing
Katie,
songs with you.
Katie, one of the spanners in the works, of course, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and the ongoing antics. They've been banned from the balcony. Quite a big moment by the Queen to do that. But they are coming with their kids and presumably a Netflix crew in tow. Quickly, how damaging or otherwise do you think it is, their ongoing behaviour?
It is damaging to the Crown. It absolutely is. I think the Queen had very little option. Harry and Meghan made it clear they wanted to be over here. It is a family event as well. She wants her family around her. This is probably going to be the final hurrah. But I think you'll find those Netflix crews are kept at some distance. I think the idea that they're going to be allowed to hijack this in any way, the focus needs to stay on the Queen. Unfortunately, the Sussexes, as always, provide a detraction.
And Meghan, finally to you, we've got 30 seconds or so. Are you a Meghan Harry fan? I've seen you be quite supportive of them. I think you were supportive of them after I had to leave my morning show, actually.
I'm not a fan. I was a fan in the beginning because I thought they were interesting and sort of, modernizing the royal family, but they're way too woke for me. And Harry came after the Second Amendment in this country, and I believe the First Amendment as well, which is like a huge, it's like if I had attacked the Queen, it's the equivalent, and they're just too woke for me. No.
Okay, we agree on that, Meghan. We agree on that. Great. You've got a great book out called Bad Republican. Katie, your book, Harry and Meghan, Life, Loss and Love. Great debate. Thank you both very much indeed.